So apparently, Minato, aka the Yellow Flashback, decides to steer the direction in which this chapter should head in because before Guy opens up the eighth gates, he's like, nobody wants this to happen. Neither would your father, Guy. And so what happens is Guy, as he's charging to fight Madara, that little mention of his father triggers in him a flashback. So props to Minato, because it's like he's lost both arms, but he has the ability to trigger flashbacks in other people. Holy smokes! And I thought Naruto was out of control with Talk No Jutsu. Nope. What we're left with here is about 70% of the chapter revolving around a character that I didn't even know existed, which is Might Die. So I'm guessing like next week Minato is going to go over to Hinata and be like, Hinata, your mother would not have want you to trip like this. Remember your mother, and we can have a flashback about how Hinata's mother failed to catch a fish or something. I think what the flashback ends up doing, kind of like, maybe not directly, but I think it ends up like sort of just furthering the notion that Guy is Lee's father, because Guy's dad, the reason he died was because he opened up the eighth gate to save his son, and this is, it's kind of like a parallel there. Unless, does a summoning count as ninjutsu? Because I'm pretty sure we've seen Guy summoning a turtle. And also, like, the inability to use ninjutsu and genjutsu is established in this chapter to be a hereditary trait. Genma was part of Guy's team, and we also see the Seven Swordsmen. And I'm gonna say this: if that was Zabuza and Suigetsu's brother, then they are way older than I thought they were. Because if Guy is that little, and they already look like that old, I'm like, whoa. Then again, Guy doesn't really look that young at the end of the flashback. He seems kind of like a prepubescent teenager or something. And yeah, I think his other teammate is Ibizu. So yeah, Guy's father, who I didn't know existed as a character in the Naruto world. We know that people have parents. That's a duh. I just didn't know that. Whoa, he's the one who taught him the eight gates, which makes sense. But it was still kind of like, I kind of felt like Kishimoto's editor was like, hey Kishi, you're getting tired? Slap a flashback on that bitch and call it a chapter. Lee's tearing up as he sees Guy Sensei open up the eighth gate, the gate of death, and then Madara makes an observation that the steam is red because that's Guy's blood, and he says that, oh, from this point of view, it kind of looks like, autumn leaves, leaves that are pretty much dead, which is a direct reference to the village hidden in the leaf. Now that I think about it, and like how like Guy is always just promoting the power of youth and all that shit, makes sense why he's always worn green, because green is the color of leaves when they're thriving. Here's a problem with the springtime of youth and how it was used. It was introduced in part one as sort of like this comedic aspect to Guy and Lee's character. So it was kind of like funny and like, yeah, springtime of youth, yeah. And now that it's the end of the series, it's kind of like, oh, you want me to take this seriously when it's been a joke ever since it was introduced. I don't know. It's like, what? But I do want to give a shout out to Guy's flaming eyebrows. I thought that, those look badass. The bushy brow is now like the burning bush. And of course, Kishimoto, wanting to leave us in a cliffhanger, decides to end the chapter right before Guy goes ham on Madara with Night Elephant. Night Elephant. Out of all the fucking animals, you picked Dumbo. We all know Guy can't beat Madara anyway, but there's no, even Mammoth would have sounded, a little bit like on the edge. Holy shit, Night Mammoth. But like Night Dumbo? No. You're not gonna, it's gonna look epic as fuck, no doubt in my mind, but you're not beating Madara with a Dumbo-based technique. Got Morning Peacock, Afternoon Tiger, Night Elephant. I would have personally appreciated something that started with Midnight, just because I think it sounds a little bit more epic if you add Midnight to anything. Like, you could just say, like, Midnight Hamburger, and it's just like, it's not just a random hamburger, it's a midnight fucking hamburger, or like, Midnight Dragon would have been cool. Midnight Dianeries. Now, I do want to bring attention to that last page, because if you look at Madara's face, you can tell he's in shock. He even has the exclamation points and question marks. So you can kind of tell that he's thinking, this is going to hurt like a bitch, isn't it? So even if it doesn't kill him, it's like, that ain't a joke, okay? And I'm kind of wondering if Madara had both Rinnegans, Do you think he would have been able to push Guy away with like, some inverse gravity pull? Somebody in the comment section last week said that, that Rasengan that was attached to Minato's arm, how Kakashi sent it to the other dimension. Somebody said, like, I wonder if that like hit Obito or something. I'm about to cure you, Naruto. Rasengan, motherfucker. Ah. The chapter was basically build-up. That's basically all it was. And the thing about build-up chapters is that you like them, but you don't like them as much as whatever happens after the build-up. So, I mean, it's just, That said, have a wonderful fucking day. Comment, tell me your thoughts down below. Like the video if you did. All that jazz. Thanks for watching. Bye.